Okay, so in the first part, we saw the introduction of the Ashtamahishis and the queens of Krishna, who are roughly about 16,108 plus the Ashtamahishis who are there. Moreover, yesterday we saw about Rukmani Devi. Today, the next queen who is there is Jambavati. Now, in the case of Jambavati, the story is there was a person called Satrajit. Now, Satrajit also was a person belonging to the Yadava Kulam only, and he had a divine money with him called the Shamantaka Mani. Now, this Shamantaka Mani he had got from Surya Bhagavan. That's when Bhagwan Krishna had told this person Satrajit that you give this jewel that is there to Ugrasena, so that Ugrasena, who was a ruler of Mathura, that he will keep it safely with him, so you can give it to him. But both Satrajit as well as his brother, who was called Prasenjit, both of them did not agree to this, because if they give that gem that is quite precious, why should they give it to some other kingdom, some other king, right? So they denied this, and Krishna also left it there. That's when what happens is, one fine day, Prasenjit, the brother of Satrajit, he goes out for hunting, and at that time he carries a jewel also along with him, and he was attacked, he was killed by a lion also. From that time onwards, Jambavan from the Ramayana reference, he took this jewel, and it seems that he gave it to his daughter Jambavati to play. Now when Satrajiti heard of this brother's death also and the Shamantaka money being stolen, it seems that he started blaming Krishna of it, and he told that only because of you, only because you put so much of accusation on me and so on, my brother is also killed today, my gem is also lost. Now Krishna, in order to make up for this accusation, what he did was, he went in search of the Shamantaka Mani, and he finally found the jewel, that it was with Jambavan. Now Jambavan was there right from the Vamanavataram reference. In Ramavataram, he becomes a great devotee of Bhagavan, but being such a great devotee also, how Ajnanam or how ignorance can hit a person, that is clearly seen in the case of Jambavan. In Ramavataram, for him, for Jambavan, it was Bhagavan in the form of Rama, but in Krishna Avataram, Jambavan fails to realize that it is the same Rama in the form of Krishna today. So, one lesson from this is, through this episode of Jambavati and Jambavan, is even if great devotees like Jambavan also can get distracted if they are not able to realize Bhagavan and how life changes for them. Though, now in the previous avataram of Vishnu, Jambavan was a great devotee of Rama, but here he could not realize, he could not even recognize Bhagavan at all. So this is a lesson for all of us also, what to talk about us. If devotees like Jambavan also can face this problem, what to talk about us. Therefore it is said that Sadbuddhi, Satsangam are the two things which one should ever pray always. You pray to Bhagavan, you ask for several boons also. Two things only we should always ask. Rest everything God will put in place. First of all, you need not ask anything. That also actually we should not ask. But still, if we really wish to ask something, one is Sadbuddhi. Buddhi should always be in place. If Buddhi is in place, we will always do the right things. Next is Satsangam. Satsangam is good company of people, right? So if Satsangam is there and Sadbuddhi is there, automatically things will fall in place, and we'll always ask for the right things, we'll always do the good things, do the right things, and so on. So, but in the case of Jambavan, he had lost his mind, and that's when for 28 days or so, both Bhagavan and Jambavan, they start fighting with each other. That's when finally Jambavan recognizes Krishna and realizes that, oh, in the previous incarnation, the same Krishna only was Rama. Jambavan accepts defeat also, returns back the jewel to Krishna, falls at the feet of Bhagavan, and in return, he prays that you please become my Jamata, you please become my son-in-law, and you marry my daughter Jambavati. That's how Krishna returns back to Dwaraka with the Shamantaka Mani as well as with the princess Jambavati. So this is how Krishna Jambavati Kalyanam takes place. Next is, in the case of Satyabhama Devi. Now Satyabhama Devi is an avataram of Bhuma Devi herself. Now in the case of Satyabhama, what happens is a continuation of the story of Jambavati. That's the reason why first we saw the story of Jambavati, because now it will make more sense. Now Satrajit. Now Krishna also, after getting back the jewel from Jambavan, he returns the jewel back to Satyajit, because Satyajit had put a lot of accusations also on Bhagavan, right? So he returns back the jewel to Satyajit, and when Satyajit comes to know what all actions had been taken place, when he realizes that the killer of his brother or Prasenjit was not killed by the Lord also, he himself had gone for hunting a lion, had killed and so on. That's when Satyajit also realizes his mistake, and he becomes happy that he got the jewel back. He apologizes, he falls at the feet of Bhagavan, and one statement which Satyajit makes is, he says that you might have been raised maybe in a small settlement or so, in a small village in Gokulam with cowherds, gopas, gopikas around, but your actions that are there are like a prince also. That's the reason I want you to become my Jamata, and that's how he offers his daughter Satyabhama's hand in marriage to Krishna. Now what is the meaning of this line is, irrespective of where you are born, what you do, what are your surroundings also, all that doesn't matter. Samskaras are something which matters. This is what in Krishna Avataram Bhagavan shows. That's the reason Bhagavan is born in a Karagraham, he is brought to Gokulam, he is given birth by a set of parents, he is groomed by a set of parents and another set of parents. And further also, towards the end, if you see Krishna Avataram, towards the end, Bhagavan did not have anyone with him. That's how he was also part of the Yadava Kulam. Krishna Avataram had to come to an end. That's when Jara the hunter shoots an arrow, and that's how Bhagavan ends his Avataram. So you can say the gist of Krishna Avataram is, the Lord also had to face a lot of hardships that are there. Towards the end, there will not be anyone amongst, you can say, in our surroundings also, but still there is a way out, and that is none but the Lord himself. So through this line which Satyajit makes in this reference is, it doesn't matter where you are born, what you do and so on. What ultimately matters is your actions that are there, your qualities, your gunas which are there. And thus finally he offers his daughter Satyabhama's hand in marriage to Krishna. So this is how Satyabhama Kalyanam takes place. Rukmini Devi an avataram of Sri Devi, Satyabhama Devi an avataram of Bhudevi and Jambavati. The next queen who is there is river Kalindi or Rani Kalindi. Let's look at the story tomorrow.